Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where today I think this is a sequel. It's called The Great Divide. I mean, the look of the grid will tell you. It's by Marty Sears in collaboration with Sujoyku. So that is two incredibly good setters combining their considerable intellects to create a puzzle for us. But a couple of weeks ago on the channel, I did a really wonderful puzzle by Marty. Let me, have I got the tab? Yeah, this one, called Homogeneous, in which you can see this is a 10 by 10 grid. And we had to create the regions consisting of 10 cells in the puzzle. And if, I wanted to do colouring. If that was a region, then what you'd say is all those digits had to be the same. So very different to Sudoku. Now, this one, and I think Marty christened this Isofill, this type of rule. And I thought it would be nice. On Saturdays, a couple of years ago, we always used to try and do a non-Sudoku puzzle on a Saturday. So I thought we might try the sequel to Homogeneous tonight, The Great Divide. Yeah, it's not really a Sudoku. It is an Isofill puzzle with a 99% approval rating. Let's have a look at the. It might not show up actually. Let me. The rating might be obscured by the instructions, but it does say 99%. And what else does it say? It's got loads of comments. Let's go down and have a look. Very fun and approachable, says Snooker Fan. It's got 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty, despite its whopping high rating. Although this comment's interesting. MS Char says, "Who gave this 2 stars? It was 4 stars for me, closer to 5 than to 3." So there's clearly a bit of a debate about just how hard this is, but hopefully we'll be able to make our way through it and find the logic. And I'll read you the rules, which aren't very long, actually, in a moment or two's time. What else can I tell you about before that? I've got very little news today. I think I must have deleted some birthdays or something from my diary. So if I have, I do apologise. I will try and catch up. But my diary is empty of birthdays today, so I can't do any birthdays. Over on Patreon, we've got solution videos up for the monthly reward. Which was the cards. Now, which one was it? I'm going to go for that one. Yeah, the No Trump Game Sudoku hunt. There were 9 puzzles in all in that, and I know that there was one puzzle in particular that caused a little bit of angst. So if you do want to know how to logically solve it, then the solution videos are over there right now. And we'll draw the winner very soon as well, and let you know who's going to be invited to come onto the channel and appear in a video solving a puzzle. What else could I tell you about? I've no idea. There's probably lots of things I meant to mention, but I can't think what they are. So shall we have a go at The Great Divide by Sujoyku and Marty Sears? Let's read the rules to this one and see what we've got to do if we're going to get the puzzle right. It starts off by saying, Isofill. Divide the grid into 10 regions, each with 10 orthogonally connected cells. So absolutely something like that could be a region. Orthogonally connected means cells that share an edge with each other. So what wouldn't be a region is that, because although this indigo cell, touches the other indigo cells at a vertex, that's not sufficient for an orthogonal connection. It's got to share an edge with the other indigo cells to be actually form an orthogonally connected group. Every cell in a region should contain the same digit. So this is what I was saying. It could be a 5 there, like that. All of the digits 0 to 9 must appear in the grid. So altogether, there's going to be a region with a 0, a region with a 1, a region with a 2, all the way through to a region with a 9. So there are 10 different digits to place in the puzzle, each in a 10-cell region, which is why this should have 100 cells in it. I'm presuming it is a 10 by 10. Nabners. No 2 digits on a yellow line may be the same or consecutive. So if this digit was a 2, this digit couldn't be, not only could it not be a 2, it couldn't be a 1 and it couldn't be a 3. That is how nabners work. And then we've got zippers as well. the two digits at either end of a zipper line sum to the digit on the central spot. So if this was an 8, there would be lots of options. Actually, there really would be a lot of options. I've just thought of another one. Normally, double 4 wouldn't work because of Sudoku, but this is no Sudoku, so that could work here. So if this was an 8, you could have 1 and 7 in either order. You could have 2 and 6 in either order. You could have 3 and 5 in either order, or you could have double 4. Oh, I've just thought of another one. You can have 0, 8. Oh my goodness. Let's hope there are no 8s in the middle of zippers, or we really are in trouble. There are a lot of ways to fill a zipper with this rule set. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual, but now I get to play. Let's get cracking. I think I can hear Mavericks taken off. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not certain. There might be a little bit of airplane noise if so. But if Maverick has taken off, it normally means that the puzzle in the video is very excellent. Right, I'm going to firstly border the grid with a black line. And now I am going to say, what? How do we start this? I can't remember how the last one... Oh, the last one was all about black dots, wasn't it? And this one has no black dots in it. I mean, I can see that on the Nabna line, well, actually, I was going to say, well, okay, I was going to say many things. Firstly, a Nabna line can never have a repeated digit on it. So the digits along this line are all different, which means that these are all, what colour should we make them? Green, indigo. These are the important decisions you have to wrestle with when solving puzzles. Exactly what regions are we going to call? What should we make this one? Red, or is that a bit too close to orange? Maybe that's a bit too close to orange. Maybe grey. And then this one could be blue. That's a fairly eclectic mixture, isn't it? So those are all definitely different. I was sorry, and I was getting sidetracked in my brain because then I was thinking, in a Sudoku puzzle, if you have a 5-cell Nabna, it's very constrained because in a Sudoku you haven't got the digit 0 available to you. So the only way you could have a 5-cell Nabna, given not only are the digits different, but none of them can be consecutive with each other, is to have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 as the options. But here, I was then wondering if I could do something cleverer here, but I think the existence of 0 takes a lot of pressure off. I mean, in a silly example, you could just do that, couldn't you? And that there are probably quite a lot of iterations. Like if we go 0, 2, 4, 6, then you could have 9. And there are going to be other iterations as well that are possible. So how else could we do this? Well, what we could do... Oh, I know what I could do first. I could draw boundaries in. And that will make me feel like I'm making progress. And both the indigo region and the grey region have to be 10 cells in all. So, yeah, okay, what can't happen is this can't be grey or any other colour other than indigo. Because indigo's got to become 10 cells large. And if indigo took that one, grey couldn't grow very big. Grey could be 2 cells maximum. So this is, firstly, it's not indigo. Secondly, it's no other colour, because if it was blue, again, grey would have to grow and indigo couldn't grow. So I think that this one is grey, this one is indigo. And now both of these have to grow quite a lot more, because we know that indigo is going to be 10 cells, even if it took all of those, which it probably can't. Oh, no, it could. It could because of the zipper, because I've just realised that zipper could be 0, couldn't it? So we can't say that zipper's got different colours on it. But we can say that indigo, even if indigo is 0, and even if it takes all those cells, that would only be 6 cells, so it definitely has to start to poke out this way. And presumably that's symmetrical logic, so the grey one has to come out down here. And the grey one... Oh, I was about to say, so the grey one's 0, but that's not quite true. The grey could be 0. Absolutely, it could be 0. If grey was 0, you could put 0 in the centre of a zipper and say it was the sum of 2 other zeros. So that if grey is 0, then this is grey, and then that would be blue, that would be orange, that would be green, and this zipper would be made up of a blue plus a green equals an orange, but that's... Well, that's only... No, I mean, that's fine, isn't it? No, and the other thing is, imagine that grey was, I don't know, 8. Well, okay, this is a 0. That is up. Okay, that's the point. This cell is always a 0. It doesn't matter if grey is 0. If grey is 0, this is 0. But if imagine grey is 8, then we've got 8 plus that equals 8. So that is always 0, even if it's not grey. Now, can I just have a look at that? If that's grey, this is blue, this is orange, this is green. I don't know. I'm not sure. These cells are all grey or indigo. But again, I mean, well, I don't know how we rule out that these aren't zeros and just completely consume that zipper. And this is the same shape as this, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Oh, hang on. No, actually, because the zipper is not the same. Oh, right. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, that's right. Right. There's a very important point here. Right. Can you see? The point is, I miscounted it first of all. For some reason, I tried to attach the yellow to the zipper. But here is the question. Can you attach any digit on this bottom left nabna to one of the regions on the top right nabna? This is why the title is called The Great Divide. I don't think you can. Even if we try and get the two middle ones together, which visually they look the nearest to each other, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It would need an 11-cell region. Now, so that what this is telling me is that well, there's a parity thing going on, isn't there? Because now what we've got, we now know that we have to look at the digits 0 through 9, and we can rule out some of the absurd options we were looking at earlier. So if you had 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, I said earlier, well, we could do that. Well, now you definitely can't, because if this was 0, 3, 5, 7, 9, this one would have 1 and 2 on it. So the only way this is going to work is we're going to have one nabna that's got even numbers on it, and we're going to have one nabna that's got odd numbers on it. So I bet you that this has to be the even nabna. I mean, well, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, that's not strictly true. You can get from there to there just. So okay, we might have to be a little bit circumspect about that. But this is very cool. Very cool. Now I'm going to have to use all my other colours here, and I'm going to have to introduce one of my special colours, because I've only got 9 colours in my palette and I need 10 different colours. So let's go there. What have we not used? Not used yellow. Not used... I have used dark green. Purple. I've not used purple. Okay, and that's 9. So this one's going to have to be a new colour. So I'll have to go and investigate the palette and choose... Well, I remember when I did this last time with Marty's puzzle, I used brown. I didn't like that very much at all. I think I went for salmon pink. Yeah, that's rather pretty, isn't it? Let's go for that again. Okay. Right, so it's the same logic in this part of the grid. Yellow has to be 10 cells altogether. Yellow can't take that one, or green can't be 10 cells. So yellow's going to have to drop down there. Lime green's going to have to come out there. Those have to be lime green. These two have to be yellow. And now, well, now that's a 0 by the same logic we worked out up there. Because we've got 2 cells there, whatever. If this is x and we've got x plus that digit equals x. So this is a 0. So there's some colour that I have drawn in. So it's one of the colours we've drawn in that also connects to these 2 zeros. It's... Well, actually, hang on. How many straight digits do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've only got 1 spare digit left. Right, so it's got to be blue. This is the only colour that can connect both of these. We can't use grey because grey's got 3 cells up here. So if I try and add 9 cells, which is the minimum I'm going to need to connect those two to grey, I've got a 13 cell region. I can't use normal purple because again, before I get to this, I've got to have those 2. And that one actually. No, that one could be part of the run, the 9 cell run to connect those up. So we'd have an 11 cell region. You can't use the yellow for the same reason you can't use the grey. The only thing you can use is a colour that's within one step of an efficient ladder coming down there. And so the only colour is blue. So these are blue. And now we've got an issue with grey, I think. But because what the ladder is, the ladder is a complicated way of me saying I need to efficiently connect these 2 zeros together. And when I did that, it took me 9 cells. But of course, the way that we do that could be in any number. You know, we could do that. That would do it. But on each step that I've taken in getting from the blue from here to here, I've gone efficiently. So what I haven't done is gone here, and then taken a diversion that way. In order to achieve this, I have to either be going south or I have to be going west every time. If I could do that, for example, that would be perfect. But it is going to take all 10 cells to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, here is the question. What are all those? None of those can be blue, because for them to be blue, blue would have to take a diversion, and then blue couldn't connect up. So all of those have to be grey. And now... Well, now that's really interesting, because actually now... Okay, here is the point now. Is it possible that all of those are in... This is beautifully set. It's just lovely. Is it possible all of those are indigo? No, because if all of those are indigo, this zipper is every cell on it would be X, wouldn't it? and we'd be saying x plus x equals x. Well, that can work, but only if x is 0, and x is not 0, because blue is 0. So that means that one of these cells is grey, and it must be only one of them, because we've only got one cell left to build of grey. So one of these is grey. Well, okay, and it's this one. Because if this was grey, these two would both be indigo, and we'd be saying indigo plus grey is equal to indigo, which would require grey to be 0, which it's not. So the way this works is that that is grey, these three are indigo, and this is telling us that this is the even Nabna. Because now we've got a situation where 2x is equal to actually, yeah, we have this. We've proved here that grey is even, and if grey is even, the whole Nabna is even, and grey is even because it can be written as 2 times indigo. Yeah, so this is, well, actually that's a 0. These are in some order 2, 4, 6, 8. This Nabna is made up of 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So, should we do this? Well, it's frivolous, but we might as well. All of these are 2, 4, 6, 8. This indigo can't be 8 or 6, because if it was, grey would be more than grey would be a double-digit number. So grey is 4 or 8 now. So grey is always 4 or 8. We can delineate grey entirely, and this is going to give us an insight into the shape of blue. How could blue not hug the perimeter now? If blue sort of moved out and did this, it would be the correct size, but it would leave a region here that couldn't join a colour. And we know every region in this grid joins one of these cells or one of these cells, because we've already put 10 colours in the grid. So all of those are 0. These are all blue. We can delineate well, my instinct is that must be 10 cells, because that's what we found. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, that's all good. And therefore, right, now this is yellow, because even if yellow took all 4 of those corners, it would only have 8 cells, so that's definitely yellow. So this is definitely purple, this is definitely red, and this is shocking pink, which I have to go to the other palette for. So we do that, delineate, 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 delineate. Actually, I hate the word delineate, and I have to explain why. So I remember talking a few weeks ago in a video about John Green, the famous, I say famous, he is famous in crossword circles, listener crossword. He was the marker of the listener crossword, which meant that every single week he would be sent, say, 1,000 crosswords, or finished crosswords, from all the people who thought they'd finished that week's listener crossword, and he would hand mark them, and he would decide whether you'd got it right or not. Now that could be the fact that you've misspelt an entry, but it could also be John's judgment about whether you'd fulfilled the instructions in the puzzle, because all listener crosswords have extra instructions. And I mean, this is such a bad memory. But anyway, I did at one point have the longest ever streak in listener history. It was many, many years long. I didn't get a listener crossword wrong for many, many years, so I really cared about whether John marked my answers right or not. But that streak would have been about a year longer, but for John marking me wrong for a fairly simple puzzle in which there was a copyright symbol that you could find in the finished grid. And when I say you could find it, there were gaps in the grid that were in a circle, and then there was a sort of C-shaped gap in the middle as well. And so you could see this copyright symbol, and the instructions said solvers must delineate, an appropriate symbol in the finished grid. And I coloured the blank cells in to show the copyright symbol. And John Green marked me wrong, because he said that the Latin root of the word delineate involved the word line, and I didn't draw a line, and therefore he couldn't be sure I'd seen the copyright symbol. When I think about it, it still raises my blood pressure. Anyway, so I should never use the word delineate, because people might not know exactly what it means. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a segue. Let me now have a look at this puzzle again and try and work out. And why is my phone buzzing at me? No, that's fine. I don't need to look at that. Right, what do you think can we extend the green as well? Yeah, green's only got 8 cells if it takes all of those, so that's got to be green. Got a horrible feeling that we're about to have to think about the other zippers. How many indigos have I got? 7. And I know that indigo is 2 or 4, so I should get rid of the 6s and 8s. Do I know something about that zipper? That's got to have a green on it, at least one, and it's got to have an orange on it, at least one, because orange has to grow. So however it grows, it's definitely taking at least 1 cell on the zipper, and the same is true for the green. So okay, so that zipper has got 2 even digits on it. So it must have 3 even digits on it then. That feels right, doesn't it? There's no way, if there was an odd number on that zipper, how would it ever work if it was 2 evens? And you can't add 2 evens and get an odd number, and you can't add an odd to an even and get an even number. So there are 3 even numbers on that zipper, and they are all different because none of them are 0. So you see, this is very clever setting, because okay, what is we can't. Hang on. No, we could. I'd just seen. Well, no, we can't. We can't, because this is going to be this overlapping problem. So sorry. What I was then thinking is, could I put, say, an 8 here and put the same digit in those? So in other words, to completely encircle, say, the orange region with the green region going around it. Now, I spent a long time when I did the first Marty Sears puzzle talking about encircling regions, and I concluded that no, it was basically impossible for one region to encircle another in this sort of puzzle, strictly unless the region you were trying to encircle was bordering sort of 2 sides of the perimeter. So let me show you what I mean. Imagine that. Yeah, let's say this is a region. I use red. That's a 10-cell region, and it's totally possible to encircle that with another region. Let's make those cells grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it only takes 8 cells to perform the encirclement, to delineate the encirclement, if you have a region that borders 2 sides of the perimeter. But what would happen if this 2x5 was instead, it didn't border 2 sides of the perimeter? So let's say it was that shape. You can instantly see this can't be encircled, because it's going to take 5 cells to encircle it there, 5 cells to encircle it there, and 2 more here, and then 2 to connect them up. So it's going to take at least 14 cells to encircle this. Now, the only other way that you could get an encirclement is if you had a complete, say that whole column was a region. Well, then you could trap it in with another 10-cell region like that. But even that requires this to be bordering 2 sides of the perimeter. That would be touching two sides of the perimeter, sort of here and here, wouldn't it? But where so what I believe to be the case is that it is utterly impossible, for example, for this to be orange, to build orange up to be 10 cells large. I mean, let's do it. And then to somehow ring orange with green, so I could attach these greens together. I mean, you could sort of, I mean, let's do the other way that you might think. No, I mean, there's just no way of doing it. It just doesn't work at all. You know, and even if you tried to do it like that, which would prevent us from getting to this cell, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13 is the minimum. It's just not possible. So what I think we can say is that this has 3 different even numbers on it. And it doesn't have grey and it doesn't have 0. So it must have indigo. But indigo's, oh, yeah, and indigo's going to have to take this one. Because you can't get indigo to here without indigo taking that one as well. Indigo's got 3 cells left, and we need these to be 3 different colours. And if we made that green and then tried to loop indigo around, it's just nonsense. So indigo goes there. Now green comes down, and now orange comes down. So green is now not 2 anymore, or 4, because green is the sum of 2 different even numbers. The minimum total for these would be 2 plus 4, wouldn't it? Which would allow this to be 6. And this can't be 8, because again, 8 plus 2 is 10, which I can't write into green. It could be 6. So 2, 4, or 6 for orange. But again, delineate. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's all transubstantiate. That's Tom Lehrer, the Vatican rag, isn't it? First you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head in great respect, and genuflect. Now, okay, don't get distracted again, Simon. What does this mean? Do I know more? I've got... no. I know that one of those is a 2. So orange or indigo is a 2. And this one is interesting now, isn't it? Because that one... Yeah, how many even digits does that have on it? It can't have 2. It can't have 2 because then it would have to have 3, and it definitely doesn't have 3 on it because it can't have grey or 0, and indigo can't get there. So it can't have 3. If it had 2, it wouldn't work. It couldn't only have 2 on it. I think I'm going mad, but no, that is true. So this has to have 2 odd digits on it, and it's either going to be 2 odd digits. In fact, I know what it's going to be. It's not going to be 2 odd digits equal an even digit, because how could I get an odd if both of those were odd and this was even? How could I get the odd digit there and then sort of encircle that region? I mean, it's just nonsense. It's just absolute nonsense. So what this is it's an even digit, which I'm betting is going to be here and probably orange. In fact, almost definitely orange. And that's going to be, so it's going to be an even plus an odd is equal to a different odd. That's what it's going to be. That's the only way it can work. So these are 3 different regions, and these 2 are odd. And how could this not be orange? It would then be green, and again I get the encirclement problem. I'd need to encircle an orange 10-cell region with a green 15-cell region or something. That's not going to work. So this is orange, and these 2 are probably yellow and purple, but I don't know. I mean, Well, no, I actually really don't know, because yellow could take a few of those, and then purple could take those. Yeah, and then maybe that can be red. I don't know. So, but this is 2, 4, or 6. And we've still got a nabla in the middle. Now, do we know what that digit is? We've got a real digit here, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. It can't be 1, because it's the sum of this one and something that isn't a 0. So that can't be 9. So, oh, wait. This one I need an even digit on. That's got to be even. Because I've got an odd digit plus something equals an odd digit. So that's even by parity. Oh, but this could be orange or green, I think. Oh, that's interesting. So that is 2, 4, 6, or 8. Okay. And we've also got this one, haven't we? Which has got to be... Well, can that one be 3 evens? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's say those... It's a bit tricky because it's a bit... Well, maybe that way. No, that doesn't work. It's not that easy for this to be 3 evens. Well, in fact, I don't think it can be. The reason I'm troubled by this being 3 evens is how do I just geometrically get the regions to these 3 cells? And I'm particularly thinking about indigo, which is a very low number. So can indigo be that cell and be the sum of 2 different evens? No. Because even if this was 4... Oh, unless... No, I didn't think of this, but unless that's 4 and those were both 2, but that's going to mean orange has to come, take both of those cells, surround a green 10-cell region. It just is nonsense. And the problem is that once indigo can't be this one, indigo has to be that one, because it's only got 2 cells left to build. And now these two are going to be the same number, and that's impossible. You're going to have a non-zero number here, plus a non-zero number is equal to that number. That just doesn't work. So I think there are some odd digits involved in this one. But again, okay, so again, this one needs... So, okay, this one hasn't got... It hasn't got 3 evens on it. I don't think it can have 2 evens on it, because the other digit would be odd and then the parity is impossible. Unless... No, unless nothing. It just is impossible. So this... Okay, so this one has 2 odd digits on it and 1 even. But it could be something like double 1 equals 2, couldn't it? Probably. Probably. So okay, here I don't know actually. I think that's true. But what I'm slightly concerned about is I really do feel like the indigo region is going to take this one, because if it doesn't, maybe the point is that indigo doesn't take that. So maybe if indigo did that and then green came over the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, yes. Although that doesn't work. I don't like that one either. Because then these two would be the same digit again. I need green to take that one, which it can't really get to. Oh, this is difficult. This is difficult. There's something weird going on here. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the lime green can't get there at all. So, oh, I'm not sure. I really am not sure how to do this. I feel like it might be possible to make the argument that this cell has to be indigo. But I'm trying to avoid having to make that argument by staring at the grid and trying to spot something a bit more simple. It might be that Navna. I mean, I suppose I can draw that in, can't I? I mean, I can do that, but that doesn't really mean anything in the context of this puzzle. So, sorry if this is obvious as well. It probably is obvious. I think I've got to work out what the parity of this one is. It can't be 3 odd digits. They won't. The parity is wrong, however you add them up. So it needs even digits on it, or it needs at least 1 even digit on it. It can't have exactly 2 even digits on it, because then the 3rd digit will be odd, and that will ruin the parity. There's no way of combining the digits to make them work. So it's either got 3 even digits on it, which it can't have, because the only way that would work is if the lowest is in this cell, summing to the other 2. I mean, it just doesn't work. Or summing 2, I suppose if orange could somehow take both of those and indigo was a 4, and then orange somehow encircled a 10-cell region of green, it just is nonsense. We've already talked about encirclement. It won't work. So I think we can say that this line is made up of 2 odd digits and 1 even digit, but the odd digits might be the same. But to take that a step forward, if the even digit on here was in this cell, then however you get, whether it's green getting to there or orange getting to there, whatever gets to there, those two would be the same region. Because to get the odd in there, there would only be 1 passageway in, and that won't work. So the cell that is even is this one. And therefore, I really want it to be the indigo. If it was the green, which is I think the only other option, you can see indigo's going to jut out here. It's got 2 more cells to take. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It doesn't work. Okay, so this is indigo. But the weird thing is, I still don't know what indigo is, because I think those could both be 1. If shocking pink went into both those cells and was 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that works perfectly well. But I tell you what we have done now. We have finished indigo, which is something of a triumph, although it is, but it's not really doing much, is it? If we knew this was 4, that would be interesting, because these would be 2 odd digits, and then they'd have to be different odd digits. So maybe we can think about that. If indigo was 2, then grey would be 4. And then orange would be 6. So this would be a 6. And green would be 8. And there would be a 1 in both of those. And this would be a 6. So the 1 region couldn't also go there. So this would be a 6, this would be a 3, and this would be a 9, is how it would work. Now, is there anything difficult about that? Anything problematic? Don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know, is the short answer. So, how do I do this then? It would be very forcing, actually, if these 2 digits were... If they were different, given that lime green can't get to those, they probably have to be salmon pink and red. And these 2 probably have to be purple and yellow, because they're both odd as well. So you'd have sort of odds going that way and then odds going that way. Oh, that's a big buzz. What's that about? Nothing important. Let's put my phone somewhere else. Okay. So if on the other, maybe we can disprove something else. If this was 6, does that change the world? Then they're 2, 4. If this is 6, these are 2, 4. This is 8. This is 4. This is 2. So if this is 6, because that becomes... That's 6. This is 2, 4. This is 8. So that's 4, because double 4 is equal to 8. So this would be 4. This would be a 1, 3 pair. Or this, no, that one, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what that one is. Can that be 3? That's 2 and that's 1? Probably. Do I know? Oh, I tell you what I do know. I know that either indigo is 2 and grey is 4, or indigo is 4. So orange is never 4. Orange is 2 or 6. So can that be a 6? Then this would be a 1 or a 3, and this would be a 7 or a 9. Possibly. If this was 6, this would be 2. That would be 4, this would be 8. Oh, I don't know. What have you done here, gentlemen? You've done something clever, and I can't understand what it is. If these are double 1, does that have to be red or shocking pink, do you think? Could it be red? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It might be able to, although I don't... Oh, no, it really might be able to. Then shocking pink would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that would leave a perfect amount of space left for lime green. So it's quite likely this red digit is a 1, I think. And it takes those cells plus 1 more to the right. Okay. Okay, can we say anything about these 2 then? Do I know which regions they are? Yeah, I think I do. This may be a simpler way of thinking about it. These 2 cells have to be an existing colour from the panoply of odd digits, don't they? Because we know these are two different odd digits. Now, if these were not these two, let's say we tried to make them red and purple. Actually, we might be able to. Just let me think about this. Because it is possible that yellow comes in and takes all four of those, isn't it? Oh, no, yellow can get there. That would have been very helpful if yellow couldn't have got there, but yellow can. And then that one could come up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can easily come up there. And this is even. So this is either green or orange. It's very unlikely to be orange if orange is 6, because that would have to be, I don't know, I suppose this could be 1 or 3. No, that's not true what I've just said. And oh, okay. Is it to do with getting regions over here then? If red has to come through there. Oh, wait. That's very clever. Oh, this is a very crucial cell. I had not appreciated this at all. Right. Here is the question. Okay, I now want to reconsider whether this colour here could be anything other than yellow or purple. Now, for that to be the case, you're going to have to get one of these colours to cross the grid somehow. I don't know how it will happen, but link up with this cell. Now, can you see that however that happened, it's going to cut off these evens from this? There's a wall, effectively. That's what you'd be building. However you drew it, you'd be building a wall. We mustn't do that. So instead, the only colours that can get to here and still allow this cell to connect either to orange or green, I don't know which, the only way we can do that is by coming underneath. And the only two of these colours that can come underneath are yellow and normal purple. So that's normal purple, that's normal purple. Yellow to get here is going to have to hug the perimeter. Otherwise, there's going to be an isolated cell that can't be any colour. And then this one, now let me just check. Yeah, so yellow is finished. That actually does finish yellow. That's all 10 cells, which means that these cells are now all green. But green's still got one more cell to build. And this is definitely purple, so these are definitely purple. Now, purple's got 8 cells now. It's becoming more likely, I think, that this is orange, but I'm not saying that for sure. I just think it will be. Now, has that helped us, though? I suppose it does a little bit, in the sense that these, yellow now can't be 9, and purple can't be 1. Not really helped us, actually. 3, 5, 7, 9. Although if this was 3, you couldn't make this work. Yeah, that's a good point. Because we know if this is 3, this is 1. But I know I need 1s or 3s in those cells. I mean, it might be that's double 1, but I still need 1 then. So if this is 3, this is going to be 1, and we can't get 1 or 3 up there. So this is not 3. This is now 5, 7, or 9. So if that's 6, this is 1 or 3. And then this would have to be 2. And this would have to be 3. Now, what do we do with this is the next question. Can we still I don't know whether this has affected our ability to either make these two the same or different, because lime green now has one more cell to take. So imagine that was the lime green cell. I feel like that won't work, because then salmon pink is going to have to come round there, because every cell in the grid has to connect to one of the regions we've got at the moment. So the only thing that could get there, in fact I think this is generally true, the only thing that can get there is salmon pink or shocking pink, because if red got there, that would imply that salmon pink had somehow packed itself in. But let's just think about this. So if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, and then red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, this doesn't work. This can never be lime green, because this would pink would then have to sort of run round here somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then red would have to run round here, because we can't put even digits here. We've got to get an odd region to touch both of those cells, and there's just too much space to fill. So this is not lime green. This is the final lime green cell. And now, well, again, we have to make sure that these are odd. So there's no even digits coming stopping that. So those are definitely shocking pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I could get this one to be shocking pink. But if I didn't, is it possible for red to pick up both of those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. That's fascinating. So I don't know what to do with that knowledge. I don't know how we work it out. I don't know how I work out whether this has got two odd digits touching it that are different. I know they're both odd, but I think it could be salmon pink there, or shocking pink there. Or it could be those two are shocking pink, and red comes up and pinches both of those, and then might need one more as well, which could be anywhere. And it really makes a difference, because if it's this version, this is a 1. But if it's that version, this is a 1, 3. So I suppose, okay. So 1 is always up here in one of those, at least, is a 1. Which means that yellow is not a 1. It means that lime is not a 1. And what does that mean now? I don't know. If 2, 4, that's 2, that's 4. Sorry, I'm now trying to redo the maths and check everything works out the other way round. Is there some zipper I've not used yet? I don't think so. If orange was 6, 6, 8, 2, double 1. So this would have to be a 3, wouldn't it? So that yellow would be 3, red would be 1. So this would be 1 plus this digit, which I don't know what that would be then. 6 or 8, I suppose. Okay, this can't be 4, actually, for what that's worth, because 4 we said was either indigo or grey. So that is 2, 6, or 8. And if red was 1, oh, good. I mean, I think I'm going to literally have to work through some of these implications and how they flow through this zipper, and this zipper, and hope that somehow, some way, some option is not possible. That's quite terrifying, really. I know one of these is a 2, but it could be that one. Sorry if this is obvious as well. It could well be. I mean, although I'm not sure how I meant. Okay, so this is 3, 5, or 7, just using the powers we've already brought to bear. So if this is 6, it is very forced. It's got to be 6, 3, 9. And green would have to be 8. And this would be a 6 or an 8. And this would have to be a 1. So it would be... Oh, wait, hang on. Does that make that wrong? Oh, I think you do have to put all this together. Right, let me just think that through again. I think I better think it out again. Hang on. So if this is 6, because this can't be 1 now, we'd have 6, 3, 9, which means red is 1. That seems to be true. Green is 8. Indigo is 2. So I've got 6, 9, 3. So this has to be... Oh, no, that's okay, isn't it? Because green is 8, and that could be a green 8, I think, that goes with this being a 9. Wow. Wow, okay. I suppose here's a different point. How is red? Red is definitely touching this zipper. It's either touching it twice or once, and it's adding up to 2 or 4. So this is not 5 or 7. So this digit is 1 or 3. Now, that doesn't quite work again, does it? But maybe it might allow me... Yeah, it does. It allows me to get rid of 5 from purple. If purple was 5, these 2 digits would have to be a 2 and a 3. But now this is at least 5 and that's a 5, so that doesn't work at all. So this is 7 or 9. I've managed to get purple up a bit. Now, okay. Does this help? Please help. Please be kind. Don't know. It probably helps. If... Or, could it be this zipper? Well, it could be. It absolutely could be, but I've got no idea how to fill that in. I mean, that just feels horrendous. Ah. Ah, all right. Okay, maybe that is important. Golly gosh. Here is a consideration. 2 stars. Who said this was 2? This isn't 2 stars. It might be 2 stars if you have the perfect sequence of logical thoughts. I mean, if you were Marty and sujoyku solving your own puzzle, it's probably 2 stars. But otherwise, I don't think it is 2 stars. I really don't. 6, 8, 2. Here is a thought, and I don't know if I can prove this or not, but this is the thought I've just had. What colours can touch this nabna? That's my question. Now, very clearly, this 7-9 region could easily grab that one, couldn't it? That's possible. And I think orange could grab one of these, green could grab one of these. That's all fine. So my question is it really possible for red to grab one of these? And the answer is it might be. But it does occur to me that I do need to put red up here at least once. So can red also get there or there? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think that cell can ever be. In fact, that is an interesting point. How could this cell ever not be red? Given this is meant to be odd. I mean, you could get green in there, for example, but then that can never be odd. And this can't be shocking pink, because if this is shocking pink, you've used up all of shocking pink, and these two cells are isolated. So that is always red. And either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either both of these. If you need two different colours on this is shocking pink, this is shocking pink. If you need two reds on this, are both of those shocking pink? I think they are, because I think if shocking pink stuck out, my feeling is that now to take two reds there and do a wrinkle around this, you're going to take up too many cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You are going to be wrinkled out. So this is always shocking pink. These are always red. This is always red. That can't be anything else. There's no other odd digit that can get to it. And these two I don't know about. But now, okay, so now this is 1 or 3. I know that either this is red, and I'd have one more red to place, and that's salmon pink, or that's salmon pink, that's red, and I've still got one more red to place. So I've got one more red to place either way, and it's going to go in somewhere there. But that's it. That's great. That's great, because that does allow us to say that red doesn't get to this nabna. So this nabna is now, it's made up of purple, green, and orange in some order. And that one is even. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So how could that one be the way that this gets out of this sort of area? If this gets out this way, actually, what I'm saying might be wrong. Hang on, let me just think about this. I'm not sure that what I was about to say is true. Maybe. Yeah, this one can't get out to there. That I'm comfortable with. Oh, unless it goes that way. I didn't think of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that doesn't work. So this one doesn't go there. Because if it does go there and then gets out this way, we've then got the challenge of making one of these purple, and purple can't reach anymore. So this digit is hived off on that side. But the thing that's tricky here is I don't know. I still don't know whether it can go through there, actually. I'm afraid. If it went through there, it would probably be orange. Oh, wow. I don't know. This is really difficult. Is there some magic we can perform with numbers here that would help me to understand which digits were which. I would really like that. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, either shocking pink or red is 1. This whole conundrum about both of these being 1, there's no rule that says no. There absolutely is no rule that says that we have to have different digits here or anything like that. I'm not actually sure it would help me anyway. Okay, so I've got to... I know this is orange or green. Can it really be green? If it's green... thing is, I think it could be green and be something like that. And then orange could just come and get those. Purple could pick up a couple there. That would be very legitimate. Then if this was green, it would be 6 or 8 added to 1 or 3 to make 7 or 9. There's ways that works. If this is orange, on the other hand, okay, maybe that's a question we should ask. If this is orange, it then can't come out that way, because then you couldn't attach green to this nabna, which we know is necessary. So if this is orange, it's coming out that way. Is that a problem? So then this would be 2 or 6. It would have to be 6 because of the maths of this. It couldn't be 2 plus 3 equaling 7 or 9. So if this did come through here, this would help with the maths resolving everything. We'd have 2 purples to put in, so this would be purple. Yeah, so if orange comes out, that's quite an interesting thought. It's quite forcing. So what I'm going to look at is that if this is orange, how does it connect here? It can't come this way round, because green could never get to the nabna. It can't take this cell, because if it did, purple can never get to the nabna. So the only way it works is like that, like that, like that. And this would be purple. Now this might be disprovable or provable. This would now be green, wouldn't it? Now, is there anything wrong with this? We'd have a 6. Orange would be 6. Which probably does... oh, so green would be 8. 6, 8. This would be a 2, so the red would go here with a double 1. And this would be 6 with 3. And this would be a 1, and this would be a 6, and this would be a 7. Oh, hang on. The maths is the... No, there's some problem. There's some problem here. I think I nearly bumped into this before. This is it. Yes. Oh, I've seen it. Oh, you clever people. Oh, you're so clever, and it makes me sick. Oh, it makes me sick. You sickly sick. This is wrong for a beautiful reason, and it's very simple when you see it. Purple. If this is orange, purple is the sum of orange in both of these zippers. So these two colours should be the same by maths, and they're not. So this is wrong. This can't be orange. It can't be orange, and it's never been able to be orange. Is that the whole point? Because these are the same digit. And this is even, and it can't be orange because it's so easy once you see it. But that's now got to be green, and therefore, I mean, I don't know what that means, but it means that this... I don't know what it means. I still don't know what it means. But it probably is going to put a lot of pressure. I mean, green... yeah, green... this is now purple. Yeah. If this was not purple, it's got to be orange, because it can't be green, because then orange will be cut off from the nabna. So if this is not purple, it's orange, and then the purple's only got 2 cells to grow and has to hit the nabna, and it can't do it. So this cell is purple, and that is 7 or 9. This is probably, I was going to say it's probably green, but that might be wrong. Can green get round? 5. Oh no, it really can actually. 5, 6, 7. Or maybe that's slightly wrong, but something like that might be possible, it feels like to me. I suppose if green hugs more the boundary there, it gives more room for purple. Oh, good grief. Okay. So if this is, maybe we can now prove that purple is 9. If this is 7, this has to be 1, 6, doesn't it? This would have to be 2, 4. So we'd have 2. Oh no, that could be 5. Really? How can this work always? Always seem to work. Everything I try to do seems to work. Okay. Which nabna cell is the green getting? It's not getting that one. Oh no, that might be wrong as well. Everything I try is possibly wrong, because that could be orange and it could reach across. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Okay, all right. Green does not get out this way, because that would isolate this cell from being orange. So green does get out that way. So those two are definitely green. I don't even know which of these is green. One of them is. So, I mean, this cell probably has to be green. I don't think it can be. Red is taking one of those, isn't it? So red has 1 cell to grow. So these two have to be green. This cell, I'm not sure actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Connect up 8, say 9, and then a 10th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, say 9, say 10th. So these are both these are definitely both orange. This is definitely orange. And these are all 6s and 8s. And I still don't know how to solve the puzzle. There is some little trick that I have not seen throughout this, and it is so crucial, and I don't know what it is. If this was 3, that would be 6. That would be 8. That would be 3, 6, 9, 8, 1. That works. It seems like all roads lead to things working. Gosh, look how long I've had on this now. I can't do it. It's embarrassing. Okay, let's delineate this, delineate that, delineate this, and try and work out what to do next. If this is red, and what's actually going to tell me how the puzzle works? It feels like it's got to be. Oh wait. Oh, I've got it. Oh, Marty, you are just so. Or Marty and sujoyku. I've got it. I'm sure and I say that having not got it, but in my brain I know what's going to work. And I don't know it's going to work, but I think it might. Is the point, and I bet it is, that in some order, of course, Of course. Oh, I feel so embarrassed. But this is lovely and simple. And this might be why, again, people find it 2 stars. Right. I don't know where the digits go on this nabna, but I know one of them is green, and that's a 6 or an 8. So that could never be 7, because it's on the nabna. So these are all 9s, and that's going to allow me to do maths. No, it's not. Well, it does a bit, because green is on the nabna, so green now has to be 6, which means that orange is now 2. Okay. So indigo is now 4, and grey is 8. And now that, oh, well, this is huge. Now, because this can't be the same colour, so that's got to be shocking pink. And now I think shocking pink is finished, so this becomes red and is a 1 or a 3. So actually shocking pink is 1 or 3, because we need different 1 and 3 to add up to 4. Look. So now nothing else is 3, including yellow. Oh, and I see, because this has become 2, yellow's become 7. And that means that lime should be 5. And I tell you what's amazing here is this is still not finished. It is still not quite finished. I mean, I think we're close now. But we haven't finished, and something has to... Oh, I see. Red has become a 3 by maths with on this zipper. Salmon shocking pink is 1. And therefore, and somehow or other, I've got to fill in the rest of this puzzle. Now, that's all very well, but 2, 3, 4. I don't know how to do it. Okay, can that be purple? If that's purple, oh, I don't know actually. Maybe it could if that's green and that gets orange. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like this might have to be orange. If that wasn't orange, how would orange get to 10 cells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it would twice appear on the nabna. So that is orange, and therefore green goes round the outside. It's a famous pop song, isn't it? 5. Right, so now I've got 9 cells of green, but green has to orthogonally connect. So green's going to get one of those, but hasn't yet appeared on the nabna. So now that's now green, which means this cell is either the 9 or it's the 3. I don't know which. This is now the 2 to finish that off. Oh, I don't know. It's still very much not done. Oh, but green is done, isn't it? And that's going to help me. Because green being done, and it is done, is going to help me because that's now got to be a 3. It's the only thing that can reach it. So red now finishes, which means this cell can only be 9. So that now finishes. And I think, yeah, we've got 2 2s left to go. What a puzzle that is. It's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. But you have to have, you've got to have the right thoughts in the right order. The thing that I'm disappointed with myself about is that this was very obvious for a long time, and I know a lot of you will write in the comments, so how can you not see that? I wasn't thinking about the size of the numbers on there. I was thinking of the size of the numbers on the zipper and the size of the numbers on the geometry and things, but I was never thinking about that silly nabna coming into play. Must be, it's right. Unsurprising. Brilliant puzzle. Brilliant puzzle to you both. As always, let me know in the comments how stupid I've been, how clever you've been. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.